And once again, I am Kevra Bostwick, and I will be presenting today on Reading Eggs, the online Learn to Read program for kids. So just a fun fact about eggs for those of you that are home with kids, I just thought I'd share it with you. If an egg accidentally drops on the ground, on the floor, just sprinkle it heavily with salt so that you can clean it up. I know that this is a time when a lot of parents are home with children, so I just thought it fitting to share it, seeing as we're talking about reading eggs. And I hope this can assist you. Hopefully, it wouldn't be too many eggs. However, you know what to do. Sorry. I will start the video over. In this video, it's just going to give you an overview of what Reading Eggs is all about before we really get into the actual program. Okay, sorry, I see no sound. All right, I will go back to it and please let me know if you can hear. Okay, so let's just give it a few minutes, a minute or so, and I will see if the sound comes up. Okay, so I'm not starting what, okay. We'll restart it, but in the meantime, I will continue letting you know more about Reading Eggs. It is an online Learn to Read program for children ages 2 through 13. And once you are able to join Reading Eggs, okay, sorry, let me share my screen again. Once you are able to join Reading Eggs, it uses scaffolded learning to assist your child with reading, inclusive of phonics, vocabulary, spelling, and reading comprehension. Okay, so I'm just going to open the PowerPoint again to see if we can get the video to play. Okay, and now I am going to share my screen with you again. And see if we can get it started. Sorry for the delay. Okay, so can you let me know if you can hear it?
Reading Eggs is the multi-award-winning program where your child will learn to read. And it's proven to work. Used and trusted by Reading Eggs is the multi-award-winning program where your child will learn to read. And it's proven to work. Used and trusted by more than 12,000 schools and 10 million children worldwide, 91% of parents report a noticeable improvement in their child's reading skills. Scientifically researched and developed by educational experts, Reading Eggs turns learning to read into a series of fun games and activities. With carefully sequenced lessons for children ages 2 through 12, the program builds on what kids already know by getting them to do what they love best. We get them to play, and the more they play, the more they learn. With thousands of learning activities, lessons, and ebooks, Reading Eggs is the most comprehensive learn-to-read program available. Your subscription gives you access to all of our premium learning programs, Reading Eggs, Reading Express, and the library, with an option to include Math Seeds, where math equals fun. Plus, full access to our early learning program, Reading Eggs Junior, for young children who are ready to learn, with hundreds of fun learning activities, books, and videos. And children love it. Reading Eggs makes learning to read fun with lovable characters and memorable songs. With instant feedback and exciting rewards, children grow more confident as their reading ability improves. And you can feel confident too, with regular updates, reports, and certificates. Be part of your child's learning journey as they progress from a complete beginner to reading in just a few weeks.
Very good. So just to let you know, Reading Eggs, as you would have mentioned, they did talk about having a subscription. Reading Eggs, the program now, they are giving you 4 free weeks to use the program, and after which there will be a fee. So no, I'm sorry, it is not fully free. However, it is affordable. This is how Reading Eggs can work for your child. They have different levels. Reading Eggs Junior for ages 2 to 4, Reading Eggs for ages 3 to 5, and then again for ages 6 to 7. And the last step would be, or the last level is Reading Express for ages 7 to 13. Now, you know, we as teachers, although they have years there, we know that there are some students who will be below their age level or their reading level that can still benefit from this program. This is just a little screenshot of what Reading Express looks like. I am going to be showing you Reading Eggs from a parent standpoint. And yes, it is available for teachers to sign up their entire class. However, in order to do that, you would have to call in to get your school on the list. How does it work? It uses synthetic phonics. It is made up of instructional one-on-one lessons, and each letter of the alphabet is introduced on its own. One part of Reading Eggs that I really like as a parent, and this is why I am recommending it as well to you, after every map or test, you would receive a report, a progress report of the successes and the content that your child would have been working on. So you can see here, it gives you the name of the quiz or the map, and then some more information. It gives you the content that was included in the lesson. And so this map that my son would have been working on is map 4, which includes lessons 31 through 40. You can see he worked on letters and sounds, and they list them, the words that he would have had interaction with, and sample of sentences that he would have had to read. Another option or some more information in the progress report, it gives you an option to view a detailed summary. So this is just a brief summary of what he would have been working on. And if I were to choose this, it would take me a little more in depth into what other games and activities he would have worked on. Then they have more learning resources that your child can work on, the Story Factory, Driving Test, Storyland, and then the Reading Express. So before we get into that, I am going to share another screen with you so that we can see exactly how to sign up and where we should go for signing up. Please let me know if you can see the new screen that I have put on. Okay, awesome. I will continue. So here, in order to sign up, you will go to readingeggs.com. As soon as you enter that in, it will bring you to this main page where it asks if you would like to register for a new trial, or if you would like to register as a parent or as a teacher. Now, like I told you already, I am registered as a parent. So I will be showing you a little more information on what it offers for me as a parent and to my child. After we would have logged in, once you would have already completed your registration, once again, I remind you, it is only free for 4 weeks. And I personally like Reading Eggs, and I feel as if I can use it more in my classroom as well, especially for the children who are not at the reading level. I teach second grade. So if I have students who are not at the reading level of, at a lower reading level than the other students, I can always just have them work independently on this program while the other students are doing another activity. So this would be also come in handy for differentiated instruction, because all of the activities cater to the need of the child. And at the beginning of the program, each child completes a placement test or quiz, and it is going to set the pace for the entire program for them. Okay, so here we have Reading Eggs Junior, Reading Eggs, Reading Express, and I am unable to get into Reading Express because my son is not there as yet. And another plus to the program is that it includes math seeds. And they have a library where you can explore over 2,000 books, and the books are grouped according to reading level. And so you would know or need to know which level your child is on or your students are on to choose the correct books. So let us go into Reading Eggs Junior. Okay, so this is Reading Eggs Junior, and I would have selected videos. As you can see at the top here, they have many different characters that you can choose. And once you choose a character, different videos come up. So these are all of the videos for Reggie and Friends that you can set for your child to watch. Here we have Heidi songs. So these are, as you can see, alphabet songs that you can set for them to watch. And here is we have nursery rhymes that you can also have for your child to watch. Now, if you are a parent interested in using Reading Eggs, I would not advise that you just give it to your child and let them work on it on their own. I would just say, you know, try to monitor them as much as you can to make sure that they are staying on track and doing what they should be doing. Now, when we get into when we come out of Reading Eggs Junior and go into Reading Eggs, so I will go back to the main page and I will go right here where it's saying I can enter Reading Eggs. And this is where more information is going to come up in reference to the actual Reading Eggs program that, like I would have said, I have my son signed up for. So you can see this is the family dashboard. Now, I would have only subscribed my son, so my daughter is not subscribed, as you can see. And it gives us information here when the subscription is going to end. And so, yes, we would have started this program in November of last year. It also has his progress. So we didn't read any books or seen any of the videos as yet. We have just really been sticking on his path, okay? And I will show you a little more about that further on. So here, this is Reading Eggs Junior, and you can come in to see the videos your child has watched, the books they've read, how many learning levels completed, and after each learning level, they will obtain stickers, or they will receive stickers as awards, okay? So let us now check out Reading Eggs. So Reading Eggs is the program that DeAnton, as you can see, has been working on, and his estimated reading age is 5 5.25 years or 5 1/4. And it's the reading age. It tells you for parents that are unfamiliar, it can give them information. I would also plug in here that as a teacher, I would share the link if you are on any of the other platforms like Class Dojo, Class Tag, Edmodo, or even if you regularly meet in Zoom with your parents, you can always share the link so that they can join up and have their child work on reading eggs. And this would be a help for them because at this time we know that some parents are unable to work with children in the area of reading and phonics. And so this will come in handy with your students. Okay, here these are the phonics skills that he's worked on so far, and then it also has an explanation. Phonics is the knowledge of letters, sound correspondences, and their use in decoding words. Reading eggs teaches and reinforces a full range of phonics skills. Then it goes here, the sight words that he would have encountered so far in his reading path. He would have encountered 37 words. Recent events, they have the books that he read. And one thing that I noticed with reading eggs is that once he was finished reading a book, they would have him read it more than once, so about 2 to 3 times. And then they would pull out sight words from the book, and then he would have to read the book again. And when he reads it again, he would have to insert some information or insert the missing sight word. So it would have a few sight words that he would have to choose. And I really like this because it requires him to think, okay? Here you will see his lexile level and growth, certificates earned. So he has 16 gold, 11 silver. His reading lessons and the lessons completed. And recent activity he would have worked on, and it has the days that he would have worked on each lesson and the scores that he would have obtained once completed the quiz, the number of quizzes he would have taken, the average score, books read, you can see here, recent activity again, and driving test. And let me tell you about driving tests. This section, the driving test, they assess reading skills with the test, and they assess high frequency sight words, phonics skills, letter and sounds, and content area and vocabulary. And also this part of it, we have not ventured into this section as yet where he can actually write stories. I would really, 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 really advise you to just share the website and have your parents log in and sign up, because the program itself, it basically keeps the children on track, and it's very hard for them to come out of their learning map that they are currently working in, okay? So like I said, Reading Express, I am unable to access Reading Express. After he would have reached to level, I think it is level 60 or 70 is when he would, map 60 or 70 is when he will be able to enter into Reading Express. So like I would have said earlier, some of them you are able to work in even though your child may not be at that particular level, okay? So because it assesses the children and it puts them at their pace, and that is set for the entire program. They cannot skip any levels, they cannot skip any parts of the program. And so that is why I would recommend it once again. Then let's look at his progress from Maths, and you can see here the driving test. For Maths, he has not completed any of those as yet, but you can see they are divided into different sections: number, operations, patterns and fractions, geometry, data, and measurement, and the different grade levels: kindergarten, grade 1, grade 2, number of quizzes taken, total attempts, and the average quiz score. So now let us go and enter Reading Eggs. And one thing that I can say is that it is fully animated, it is fun, it is interactive, and he really enjoys working on Reading Eggs. So what I would do with him sometimes, if like how we are home now, if he has completed all of his homework or all of his assigned work, I would, sorry, I would have him work on the reading aspect of the program. Okay, so let me just take a pause before we really get into some more information, and you can go ahead and ask me some questions. Okay, sorry, I see here, how much is the cost of the subscription once the 4 weeks are up? Now, let me tell you the truth. I got the subscription when during the Thanksgiving. And so I got a really good deal on it. But from what I know right now, the subscription is about $59 for the year. So I will show you that information as we get closer to the end, where it has a breakdown of where you can subscribe for a year. You can pay monthly. And then they also have combo plans that you can work on. Combo plans that you can work on for more than one child. Okay. I see a question here, if I can show the aspect from the school. Okay, so like I had said earlier, I am not registered as a school as yet. I would have sent in the information. So that I can register my school, and up to today, I know that there must be an overwhelming support and overwhelming amount of submissions. And so I have not received that information as yet. However, I can share that information with you when I receive it. In terms of replacing it with manual progress reports, I'm not going to say that we can replace it. However, there can be some information, some aspects of it that can actually be used on manual reports, because this is an actual program. This is not just a database of worksheets. It's a program that was put together along with, they have the research that supports it. So yes, that can be a possibility that you can use information from this program on report card. Will you be able to start at Express, which can be that particular student's level, or you have to go through the lower levels first? Like I would have mentioned, when your child first starts the program, they will be assessed. And so based on that particular assessment is which level your child will be placed on, okay? I'm sorry. And they would not be able to skip any of the math levels. They will not be able to skip any of the levels, because it sets a pace for them based on the assessment. Okay, is it possible for me to display from the teacher's perspective? I do have information from the developers that I will be able to share with you from the teacher's perspective. My apologies, like I said, I would have sent in for my school to be added. However, I have not received a code as yet. Okay, so I will just look. Are there any more questions? Okay, no? All right, so I will continue on. And before this presentation is over, this webinar is over, I will show you the information that I have from the teacher's dashboard and so on. Sorry again. So I am getting on to DeAnton's map so that we can explore the story, the Reading Eggs program. So this is what the child will see once they log in and once they are ready to begin work on their lessons. Here you see it has spelling, and this is these spelling tests are graded and recorded, and so it's a bulk of I'm sorry, of a variety of different spelling tests, all based on a 12 word. The lists are 12 words only. And so it would be based on words that your child would have encountered or worked on during the program. Okay. Next here, this is where we will go to view the lessons and to view the map. Like I would have mentioned, the program consists of a number of different maps, and each map I would say has about 10 lessons in it, and it will also, that is based on where your child would have started with the assessment. These driving tests, I would have told you a little earlier, this is a section that assesses the reading skills of your child. And Story Factory, here in the Story Factory, the children can go in and read stories and answer comprehension questions based on that story, okay? So that part of it is also beneficial, and worthwhile, especially when it comes to the reading comprehension. However, if your child does not wish to answer the questions, that is fine. They do not have to answer the questions. Here is the house. This option is the house. And in here, you will find a literal house. Yes. And it just has some activities, not activities, but your child can use golden eggs, like you see up here. They can use the golden eggs to decorate the house and to purchase different animals to put in the house. Here are the awards, and it tells you, once you go into the award section, it tells you how many awards your child has obtained. So, yes, in reading eggs, please excuse me, I am sorry. I am kindly asking that you ensure that all mics are turned off. Okay, the sound that you are hearing is just this little eggy character here, switching from being an egg and then being a super egg. So that is the sound that you are hearing. It's not someone breathing in the mic. It is just this character, a little sound to the animation. Here, like I was saying earlier, these are the awards. And in the awards, you will see after each program, so after each map, your child is able to receive an award. So if your child receives 100, of course, they get a gold award. If they receive under 100, they will receive a silver, and under 80, they will receive a bronze, okay? Here are games. Once you select this option, it takes you into games. Now, I will come back to it. I don't want to select the option and then, you know, how I've been having a little technical issues a little earlier. And so I just want to go through it, and then we can come back and I will open it up so that we can explore it. Here we have the games. It has a plethora of games that your child can play to keep them a little busy, to give them a little break, a little brain break, especially when they say that they are tired. These puzzles here, these are not actual puzzles. These are also educational games that your child can work on, okay? This is the plaza where you can see a number of different activities. The critters, you can choose whether you want this eggy guy or if you want this. My son and I had a dispute about whether this is, I call it a bird duck. He just says it's a bird. I'll stick with a bird duck, okay? But you can choose different characters. You have the egg here, and then you have the bird duck. And there are a few other characters that you can look at. Here is a playhouse and songs that the program will use, or that the program uses to assist your child. Okay, so I am showing you this. No, this is not the teacher dashboard. This is what your students will see when they log in. Once I am done, I will go into the information that I would have received that shows you a little more of what the teacher dashboard is like. So let us go into my lessons and see what's happening here. Now, of course, I will try my best to choose a different map. Okay, so you can see here, he's on map 6. And so I am just going to press this arrow here, and it takes us back to map 5. And then we have map 4, and so on and so forth. I am actually accessing Reading Eggs from my laptop. They do have an app that you can download from your app store or from your iTunes. You can download the Reading Eggs map. Okay, so you can see these are the different lessons in map 4 from 31 to 40. And this home button here, it takes you back home. Okay, so I will go back another map. And then I will show you an activity from the map, okay? So this here, what our bird duck is on, this is the quiz, okay? And remember, I told you that the quizzes are at the end of, this quiz is at the end of the map. So you can see that he would start the map here at 21, work in lesson 21, 22, so on, and then we work our way to 31. So let's see what this, oh, not 31, sorry. This is the quiz. Let's see what this quiz is going to ask us to do today. And the quiz comprises of questions that pertain to the map or the lessons that he would have worked on, okay? So I'm not sure what's going on. Remember, I was saying that I did not want to do too much clicking because I'm not sure what's happening. So I will just pause a minute to answer a few more questions to see if this will load in the background. Oh,
Hi, and welcome to the
please let me
quiz.
know if you can hear
You
this.
need to pass this quiz to get through to the next map. At the end of the quiz, you will see the questions you got right and the ones you got wrong. If you get some questions wrong, no problem. Just go and do the lessons again.
Okay,
Good luck.
like you would have heard, he's introducing you, this Eggy character here. He's introducing you to the quiz, and he's letting you know that if you do not get a certain number of questions correct, then you will have to do the quiz again, or you will have to go back into the map and work on those activities again, okay? And so let's just go through the quiz quickly.
Click on V, as in violin.
Click on V, like violin.
Yeah.
So obviously they would have worked in
Click
that.
on the word
Click on they would have
is.
worked on, had a few activities on that.
Click on the word
B, the
be.
word B, this is the word B. And
Yeah.
Click on D, as in
one thing that I'm going
drum.
to say, this program has repetition, repetition, repetition galore, okay? So although this current test is asking about B and D and B, the word B, he would have encountered those words, or he will encounter those words again later on in another lesson. And remember, I would have told you about the books that you would have seen on the dashboard. So the books would be inclusive of some of these words, okay? So let's continue. Click on, yeah.
Yeah.
Click on J,
Okay,
as in
so I
jet.
think you get the gist of it.
Yeah.
Click on the
What the test
word
is about.
and.
So I'm going to go back here, and that will take me back home, and I will take a pause again to answer some questions. Okay, so I see a question here. Can you move from a lower level to a mastery level? Now, because the program works in different levels, yes, and it is already set that your child must accomplish or work through certain levels in order to get to mastery. So like I would have said again earlier, they will not allow you to skip any levels, okay? And yes, the activities are at different levels. You can have activities where your child will watch a video of a letter. You can have an activity where your child views different pictures with different letters. And I'm just saying letters because that is for me right now, it's the easiest thing to give you an example of. Then you can also have an activity where your child can be matching the beginning consonant sound. So they will give you the word. There are also activities, there are also activities where your child will actually have to add the beginning consonant. They will give you the word, and then they will give you the beginning consonant, and then there's a spin wheel, and your child will have to spin the spin wheel to get the correct ending sound. And so yes, they give you different activities to work on. Okay, if you click on the wrong word, would they let you know? I'm being asked to get off of. Okay, let me just go back into a map because the little flying egg here is trying to steal the show. So let's just go back here, and I'll just let it sit there for a while I continue to answer and some more questions. So if you select the wrong word, would it let you know immediately? No, it doesn't let you know immediately. However, at the end of the quiz, it shows you all of the questions along with the answers that you would have selected, and you have the option to go back once you did not obtain a certain score. You will go back and retake the test. Okay, so let me see again. Is this program more effective than ABC Mouse in your opinion? For me, I tried both. I did try ABC Mouse with my kids, and for them, it had too much options for them to be able to come out of the actual program and go into what I really wanted them to work on. And that was a little too easy for them, for me, in my opinion. It was too easy for them to maneuver for me. And so I like this because now, once he is on that map, he cannot digress. The only thing he can do is scroll, and I will try to show you this option again. The only thing he can do is scroll so that he can see what other activities are on that same map. He cannot leave the map, okay? So that is why I would prefer to use this. I see here, why do we need to place that information there? Can you please be a little more specific for me so that I will be able to answer your questions? And let me get back to the map. And okay, so now I want to go in and show you Reading Express. Okay, here you can see Reading Express, and I will open up a few of the sample lessons for you. Sorry, I will open up a few of the sample lessons for you so that you can see that it is actually catering to a more mature or an older crowd. It does not have like the the kiddie characters. So even though, like, I know some persons, if you have a child that is over 13 who is not at the appropriate reading level or where you feel they should be, you can have them work in this program. It will assist them. It takes them back to the basics of where they are. And like I said, the learning is scaffolded, and so it gradually takes them to where they should be. Now, of course, it would take more than 4 weeks to get there, but I know that there are other options. And like I say, I waited until Thanksgiving time, so I think I would have, I didn't pay much for the year prescription. Okay, so here we will go into this is lesson 26. This is a sample lesson, and let's see if it's going to come up. Okay. Let's just give it a minute or two. Yeah, so I will reiterate, Reading Express, the age that they recommend is 7 to 13. But if you have a child who's older and needs to work on this program, then it is available for them as well. Okay, so it's taking a little longer. And nope, we're not getting anything there. Okay, so nothing is coming up there. So I am just going to,
Word
oh,
trees.
sorry.
Read the word on each tree. Put words together to make a group of words on a topic. Drag and drop words onto each word tree. Click OK when you are
And
done.
if you will notice, even the way that the instructions are being read are different. And so it's speaking a little more slower, at a slower pace for the children. Sorry, I did not get the
Spring.
instructions. Okay, so spring is a season, and this is an activity.
Underwater.
Okay, and that,
Beach.
okay. So this is an activity from Reading Express. Okay. I am just going to share another screen with you where you can see the technical support that I would have received for in reference to the teacher aspect of it. Okay. So just give me a second, and I'm sorry that I did not have it open. I really should have to make it a little easier. However, I'm going to get it for you now. Okay, good. So in the meantime, while that is opening, I can answer any questions. So, okay. I'm just waiting on the question and answer section to open up on my computer. Everything is just moving a little slow, and I am possibly because I have a lot of stuff opened. So I will close out a thing or two, and then we can get into it. Okay, so this is what the information that I would have received for the teacher aspect of it. Okay, so it says here, getting started with reading eggs is easy. Your students will love the individualized lesson and golden eggs they earn while building their literacy skills, and you will love being able to track their progress and Lexile measure goals. So here they have tutorials for determining user roles, which means that once you upload your users, you can determine if you will, sorry, if, I'm sorry, I didn't get an opportunity to ask if you can see this new screen that I have shared. Please let me know if you can see this new screen. Okay, so my computer here. Yep, let me close up some more stuff and then I can continue. I do not wish for my computer to continue to move slow. Okay, I am so sorry. All right, so let's get it. Nope, you cannot see the new screen. Okay, yes, getting started resources. So I can share the link for this for those persons. I'm sorry. I can share this with those persons who are interested in getting started as a teacher. Now, please remember, I would have said that you will have to send an email because the schools that are on the list, they were all schools in the United States, okay? So I was unable at that time to get information regarding adding my school. So I can copy and paste this to you and share this with you, and I will do that now so that, see if it opens. No. So that okay, yeah. So I would have sent it to the chat so that you can sorry. look at some more information, okay? So, do you use this in your grade 2 classroom, and does each student need to have access to a tablet or computer? So the reason that I am actually trying to get sorted out, when I was trying to get sorted out with adding my school, is because I am really interested in using it in my grade 2 classroom, and we were blessed. We are so fortunate. We actually received tablets from the Ministry of Education, and so each child now does have access to the tablets in the classroom, okay? So once I am able to sign up my students, then I will get them on the roll, okay? Is there a feature where you can mute the voiceover instead of reading everything for the students? So at the time when you would like for the instructions to be read as a class, you can possibly just mute your tablet or your screen, your device, I would say, so that you can read the instructions for your students. Okay, what's the maximum number of users a teacher can add? At this point, I have not received, like I said, I do not have my class in as yet. However, in viewing the information that I am sharing with you on my screen, there was not a maximum number of students that I could have added, okay? And so, yes, this is here. And like I said, I shared the link in the group. So this here will explain a little more about user roles, with how you can upload your users, how you can create your class, and getting your students started. And remember, each student is required to take a placement test, okay? So I will just go ahead and show you the video on creating your class, so that when the time comes, it will be a little easier for you to create your class. Okay, so it's taking a few minutes to load. I'm sorry. Okay, so YouTube is taking a little while to load. So yes, my internet connection is unstable. Okay. I see a question here. When I had emails reading eggs last year, while I was interested in using the program, the response I got was that the Ministry of Education has to put in for their schools. Has that changed? I'm not certain of which route you took. However, the route that I am going to take is, and I assume that the route you took was so that the Ministry of Education can pay for the program, but I will sign up for the free trial, and then I will go ahead and
Hello everyone, and welcome
then I
to
will go ahead and add my students based on that. Okay, I will definitely repost the link for you. Yes, I am so sorry. One of the cons about this is you need internet if you are using it from your laptop. However, if you are using the app, then you will not need the internet, because you will have the app on your computer. Can one teacher send the email for the entire school, or each teacher sends for their individual class? One teacher can in fact send the email for their entire school. Once your school is added to the list and you receive a school code, then anyone who is under your school will be able to access Reading Eggs and log in under that particular school. Okay. So the last thing I said, I would go back and show you. This is moving pretty fast. Okay, so I will just go into Math Seeds for a minute so that you can see what Math Seeds is all about. Okay, Math Seeds is opening up for us. Very good. So I like the Reading Eggs dashboard or the menu option. And hi, Anton. Yes, because this is his user. They have mental math, they have lessons, and it seems as if now he's on a quiz, driving tests. They have a playroom, a shop, again, just like the house that we would have seen in Reading Eggs, awards, an arcade, just like we would have seen games. So I can just select the arcade because we didn't get into to go into the games option. I will select arcade so that you can see what all features are part of the arcade. Okay, so of course the arcade is going to have, content in reference to math. However, the games are very interactive. As you can see here, I mean, I almost feel like I'm in the game room right now. So they have farm fences, shape shuffle, shape tip, true or false games, where's my shadow? And I will go on true or false. Okay, this one looks kind of easy for me right now. Of course, it's going to be pretty simple, maybe not for your child at a time, but everything is to challenge them and take them from where they are to where they should be, or to where you would like them to be. As long as you continue allowing them to work in the program, they will gain more and more. And this is a program that teaches them before it quizzes them. Okay, and that is what I really like about it. It has the individualized lessons where it teaches them, and once they feel like the child should be a little more confident in that area, then it gives them the quiz. And yes, you have the option to go back. So here we have true or false. You could play. I was a bad teacher just now as I didn't even read the instructions. But it's 0.56. False, 0 plus 0, true. And so it's just a true and false game with addition box, okay? And I'm not going into round 2. Round 2 for us is going to be answering some more questions. So let me get back into the chat and let me try to answer some more questions for you in reference to this Reading Eggs program. Okay, so I am going to, for the moment, I will stop sharing my screen. And I will be answering questions from the chat for you. So once you go, sorry. Okay, let me get to question and answers. Okay, so I don't know why my computer is having these little periods where it's not responding for some time. And so that is what is happening right now. And I am unable to open the question and answer section. So can someone assist by possibly reading any of the questions to me?
Hi. One of the questions, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
One of the questions asks, is there a feature where you can mute the voice over instead of reading everything for the student?
Okay, so in reference to muting the voiceover, like I would have said, I would advise you to go in. You can go into your settings one, and you can mute the sound directly on Reading Eggs, or what you can do is mute your device. When it's time to read the instructions, you can go ahead and mute your device just so that you can read the instructions for your class.
Okay, another question says, can you set it up for students other than those in your classroom, such as tutoring?
So yes, that option is available. Once you are done setting up your class, you can add whoever you wish. Let me give you a little secret. When I set up anything for a class, I always add my children, my personal children. So I love them to experience everything that I'm doing. All of these cool websites. We learned about Freckle. We learned about live worksheets. We learned about reflex math. And so all of these websites, whenever I sign up my class, I make sure I add my personal children. So yes, you can go ahead and add whoever else you would like to add on your class list.
Okay, another question. Are the math games corresponding to their reading levels?
Okay, so no, the math is not corresponding to the reading levels because the instructions are read aloud for the child, so it's not connected in that way.
Okay, she wants you to post the link. She's not seeing it in her email at her end. She said if you can repost the link again.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and do that. Let me just get the link and I will post the link to the chat for you. Okay, any more questions?
That's it right now.
Yeah, I know there was, I'm sorry, there was one
one
question.
more. Is this program for special lessons like science? Does it have science?
So some of the actual videos and stories that these children will hear, they do integrate science and of course the American history because it is an American-based program. So yes, they do integrate it, but there is not an option where you can select to have your child work in science explicitly, okay? It is integrated. I would also like to say that I did see one question in reference to it being available in Spanish. No, the program is not available in Spanish. However, there are books in the actual library that you can select that are in Spanish that you can work on with your child or your student.
Well, it doesn't seem there's any more questions in the Q&A. Mrs. Bostwick, I will love to thank you for that interesting presentation on reading with Easter eggs. It has been very informative. It's the first time I've seen or heard about it, and I know it's not going to be the last time that I will be looking at it. So I would like for you to take a bow for doing such an excellent job for presenting this program to us. As we know, reading underpins all subject areas, and we definitely will look into using these programs in our classroom or not even in our homes as well. As we know, literacy is the key for our student success. And you know, we want our wakeboards to be going up, up, up always. And so, yes, we want our wakeboards to be reflecting improvement, improvement, improvement. And if you have not registered for this webinar, let me remind you to please type your name, your email address, and also the school that you are attached. Coaches will be posting the link for you to fill out the survey for our webinar. So please be sure to type your email correctly so you can get your PD certificate. I know you want that. We're not shutting for a reason, but this was sure a blessing to be doing so many webinars, and it's so informative. I know we cannot wait to get back into our classroom and experience all of these tools that we gathered the knowledge for. Thank you so much, Mrs. Foster.
Yes, I would also like to say thank you all so much for your support. I can see everyone saying thank you and thanking for the presentation, but most of all, I would like to say thank you for answering and choosing to watch this webinar so that you can learn a little more about reading eggs. And it is my hope, I really pray that you are all staying safe and putting God first during this time that we are off from school. And I hope that this information that I have been able to share with you, you can use it to expand your classroom resources to better assist your students and even your children. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Don't forget to fill out the evaluation form. It's coming in the chat, so please do not leave until you see the link. You click on the link and fill out that survey for us, please. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you. I have a question, Ms. Bostwick. If you have multiple, like you said, it has a reading evaluation at the beginning, and so your child cannot move ahead unless they master that area.
Yes, that is correct. So once your child does not receive a certain percentage on the quiz that they would have taken for that map, then they are unable to move on to the next level. They will ask them to repeat that same level to ensure that they have mastered the skills.
Okay, and so do you use the arcade for the maths? As like I see they had mental maths there as like that intro to a lesson to get the children engaged?
Okay, so the mental math is just another option that you can select. So once you would have possibly completed a little quiz on math facts, addition math facts, then you can probably let your child work on that particular game. So what I would advise is before you go into working on games, make sure that your child would have completed activities based on that game, because you don't want them to go into the game and be frustrated and not want to continue on in the program.
Okay, the tech coaches are posting the link. You guys can click on the link so you can complete the survey for us, please.
So once again, thank you so very much. And like I said, I hope that this program can prove to be beneficial for you, your students, or your personal children.